So it's really late and I have to be really quiet. I'm at my friend's house. She picked me up from the airport. We came back to her house and she made some dinner. And then we stayed up talking. And it's been so much fun to catch up. I'm sorry I'm talking so lightly. I'm sure it's really annoying and it's probably hard to hear. But I don't want to wake anybody up. So anyway, it's Saturday night. Well, it's Sunday morning now, I guess. But I am here in Baltimore. Another day, another place, another really late night. So it's a little after 1 a.m. on Monday night. So last night was Sunday, obviously, and it's Monday. And I'm at my parents' house, and this was my bedroom in high school, but they have since updated and upgraded it a whole lot. A whole lot. It's beautiful. This room is gorgeous. I'm going to do a house tour, like a childhood home house tour, either within this vlog or as a separate video, because I think it'd be really fun to show, because this is the house that I wasn't born here. I was born at a hospital, but my mom brought me home here, and then I grew up here all my life. I never moved until I graduated high school, and then I moved a whole bunch. But anyway, so I just want to show, I thought it would be fun. All that to say. I haven't been vlogging because I spent all of yesterday with Olivia, my friend Olivia, and then all day today with her. And I actually went to a Thanksgiving dinner, an early Thanksgiving dinner with her in-laws, her husband's parents, and that whole side of the family, and it was really fun. I learned how to play poker. After dinner we played for a little bit, just not with real money, just like with chips and just playing. It was really fun. And then we came back here and hung out here for a little bit, and then my parents were here, and my siblings got home, so we're all here. Everybody's under one roof, which is really rare. I have 2 other siblings, and so for all of us to be here, it's crazy. I'm really excited to see... Oh, I said it would... No. I swear I cannot get my dates together. Like, pretty much ever, but when I'm vlogging, I feel like everything's jumbled. Today, it's Sunday night. It's technically Monday morning. Yesterday was Saturday night. Okay. Anyway, I just haven't wanted to be, like, popping out the camera. Like, I'm spending time with my family and friends that I don't see a lot, so I'm just wanting to kind of, like, spend that time. And, I'll film what I can, and whatever I can't, oh well. But we're going to the beach. We live about 3 hours from the beach. From here. So we're actually going to go to the beach. My parents' friends have a beach house, and they're not using it for Thanksgiving, and they said that we could use it, so we're going to go to the beach for the weekend, which will be fun. I love being at the beach, even though it's going to be freezing cold. So I'll probably vlog a little bit of that, but whatever I vlog, and that's kind of the end of it. So I'm working right now on answering some mentee emails, because I don't want them to have to wait longer than about 20. Usually I respond to all of their emails in 24 hours, but they know that over the weekend and over holidays it's usually more like 48 hours, but I want to make sure that they feel like I'm available and I'm not hard to get in touch with, because I think that would be really frustrating. So tomorrow I have a few things planned. I think my mom and I might go get pedicures or something like that in the morning. I really need to go get my eyebrows threaded. And then tomorrow afternoon and evening, my aunt Sharon, who is so dear to me and who is also my godmother, is taking me out with her daughters, my cousins, for my birthday's in a few weeks, and she's taking me out for like an early birthday dinner. We're going to this place that's called the Melting Pot, and it's a chain, but there's not a lot of them, and it's a fondue restaurant. One of my favorite meals in the entire world. I love the Melting Pot, so I was so excited when she called to ask if she could take me out for an early birthday present. So I'm going to finish answering these emails, and I need to get to bed because it's getting late, and I was up late last night too, and I was kind of dragging this morning, so I definitely need to get it together. But I'm looking forward to tomorrow and looking forward to the rest of the week, and I can't believe that Thanksgiving is just a few days away. And I really miss Riley and Charlie, like a lot, like more than, like a lot. So I can't wait. Riley gets in late Tuesday night, and I just can't wait to see him. I feel like I'm incomplete, like something's missing. it's a really weird feeling. Like, I'm just used to being with him and around him most of the time, and I like hate being without him. So I can't wait for him to get here. So anyway, that's that. It is Sunday night, technically Monday morning, whatever. But anyway, good night. It's Monday morning and I'm now at my parents' house. My friend Olivia picked me up from the airport on Saturday night. And then I spent the night with her because my parents were out of town. I didn't want to be in a big empty house by myself, and I wanted to see my friend Olivia and her puppies and her husband. This is the room that I had when I was in college. So it's a 4-bedroom house, and except for the master, I've lived in one of them. One of them was my room when I was in elementary school, and then one of them was my room when I was in high school, and one of them was my room when I was in college and just got bumped around. So this is the smallest one that they've since turned into a guest room. It was not this pretty when I was in high school, in college. But they've made it into a guest room because I'm obviously only here sometimes, and then they use it for other people. Today I am going out with my Aunt Sharon, who is so, so dear to me. She's also my godmother, and I'm just really, really, really close to her. Definitely, I have a really large family, and she is definitely, I'm closest to her. Or she's one of the people I'm most close with, basically, is what I'm trying to say. But anyway, I'm really looking forward to seeing her. So I'm going out to lunch with her and her mom, my grandmother, my Mimi, and her 2 daughters. Tuesday evening, Riley comes in to town. I can't wait to see him. I wish Charlie were coming too, but he does not fly very well, so he can't come. So anyway, so today's going to be fun. I'll film what I can. I don't want the camera like up in people's faces. It's just like a weird choice. So I'm going to do that, and yeah, it is freezing cold here. It is so cold. My blood has turned from Maryland, even though I was born in Maryland, born and bred, like, I have definitely turned into having Texas blood. I can't stand the cold. I just can't stand it. It makes me feel so crazy, and it's like 30 or 32 degrees, and the winds yesterday were like straight up 30 miles an hour or something crazy. Like 2 mailboxes in Olivia's neighborhood were uprooted, and we saw power lines down. There are trash cans everywhere. It's just like crazy wind, and this wind chill, and it's freezing. So it feels like Thanksgiving, which on one hand is kind of fun, and on the other hand, it is cold. So that's what's going on today. Macy, do you want to go see Charlie? Where's Charlie? Hey,
do you want to play with Charlie? Do you want to play?
I'm here with my cousin Claire. You may recall her. She came to visit in the summer months. It's not summer anymore. No, we're vlogging. Huh? Say hello. This is my Aunt Sharon and my cousin Brooke. This is my Claire. Come over here so we don't get hurt. And we just went to the Melting Pot, which is a delicious fondue restaurant. What was everyone's favorite part? Mine was, I don't know, cheese or chocolate was my favorite.
I really like the seasoning that comes
I really like the seasoning after Blair opened it and left it open. I got half of the bottle on my plate.
And Brooke?
I like the steak.
I think you maybe like the chocolate. It's been such a fun day, and now we're just having a fun night, twirling around the streets of Towson, Maryland. Hey guys, it's Monday night. I just got back, well, it's like 12:10 a.m., so I didn't just, but around 10 I got back from dinner with my aunt and my cousins. It was so delicious and so much fun. and I spent the day with them. I went to lunch with my grandmother and my aunt and one of my cousins, the older one who's in college, and then we went and picked up the younger one who's in high school, and I spent some time helping my aunt pick out some fabrics and colors. She's redoing her living room, and so that was really fun to kind of help her out with that. So we did that, and then we went out to dinner. So I'm actually gonna go while I'm talking. I'm gonna get some water for bed. Here's the room. I don't think I showed it earlier. Again, I'm gonna do like an actual house tour. I think people are sleeping though, so I'm gonna be quiet. Okay, this is my kitchen from my childhood. Again, this has all been updated since I moved out. It's cute though, right? My mom loves color more than I do. So it's fun coming here because we just, we have just different styles, It's like really fun to be in someone else's house that's still really nice and decorated, but maybe not how I would do it. It's great. So, anyway, today was awesome. It's weird though. What's really weird? Okay, if you've lived in 2 different places or a few different places across the country, you might be able to relate to this, and I would love to hear your thoughts on this. But I grew up here in Baltimore, and there's a culture here. Like, there's a culture everywhere, but the culture here is thick. People call it small-to-more because it's not small, but people are born and bred here, and then they get married and have children, and then they get married and have children, and it's just generations and generations and generations of people. So it's called small-to-more because it feels like anywhere you go, you see a bunch of people. So that's Baltimore, and there's a whole bunch of nuances and little things about being Baltimorean and what that means, and the accent and the food you eat and everything. Well, then I moved to North Carolina, and I lived in North Carolina for the 4 years of college. And there's a whole different culture there. What it means to be a North Carolinian and what it means to be a Southerner and what you eat and how you talk and all these things. So I took my Maryland roots and I went to North Carolina and I adjusted things a little bit. And then obviously I moved to Texas, and I've been in Texas for about 3.5 years now. And that's a whole other culture and different things you eat and different things you say and all these things. And so I feel like when I went to college, I felt like I was such a Baltimorean. And by the time I graduated college, I felt like, I was a Marylander at heart, but I really had this whole North Carolinian layer from being there and being steeped in that culture for 4 years. And now I feel kind of like a Texan, but I also feel kind of like a North Carolinian, kind of like a Marylander. It's like this really weird thing. So when I'm here, I don't feel like I fit in with the culture totally. Like I don't. It's not the culture I live in right now, and I've lived in a Southern culture for the past 7, almost 8 years, and so that's a long time, and that's a Southern culture versus Maryland is like the Mid-Atlantic, but it definitely has a more Northern than a Southern culture. Really 2 different things, and so it's so funny because there's many times in Texas when I feel out of place because these like Southern roots I just can't relate to. I didn't grow up in a Southern state, and I just can't relate to some of those things. But then when I'm here, there are these things that, whatever it is, and I can't relate to that either. And so sometimes I feel a little bit nomadic. Like, I definitely, my hometown is definitely here, but I don't really know what culture I most relate to, and I guess you kind of become a product of different ones and kind of picking up on different ones. But sometimes I see people and they just fit like a perfect puzzle piece into the city they're in or the place they're in and that culture and those ways of living and all that. And I feel that way when I'm here. Like, I see family members who have lived here all their lives, and they just really fit perfectly here. And then where I'm in Texas, it's a small town. People have been living there forever and they fit perfectly there. And I'm like, well, where do I fit? I don't really know. I kind of am a little bit of this and a little bit of that. So let me know if you've experienced that. Have you lived somewhere where you grew up or you spent a lot of time there and then you moved somewhere else, and the 2 cultures, like Baltimore versus Northern Texas, small town Texas? Let me tell you, yeah, opposite cultures. So let me know if you've experienced that and like how you've merged them, or like how you think about it, or just your general thoughts on what it's like to be from two different worlds at the same time. It's really a weird thing. So let me know if you've experienced that too. Okay, this is hilarious. My mom bought cinnamon rolls and my dad wrote this. His full name signature. What is going on? I just went to the nail salon with my mom and I got a pedicure, and I'll show you it later if I remember. It's really pretty. It's like a nude color, and I'm sitting in her car because she ran in to grab a few things at the store, and I have those like flimsy nail salon flip-flops on, and they're not easy to walk in. So anyway, we are doing that, and then we're gonna head over and see my other grandmother, my maternal grandmother. I call her my mom, and stop by and say hey to her because she pulled out her hip. She's had a lot of hip issues, hip replacements on both sides and all kinds of things, so I don't know. She thinks she's gonna try to make it to Thanksgiving, but we're not sure if that's actually gonna be able to happen because of that. So we definitely want to go see her. And then later tonight, Riley's on his way to the airport now in Texas, and later tonight around 9:45 or 10, or even maybe a little bit later, he's flying in and arriving. So I'm really looking forward to seeing him. I just can't wait. And he just stopped by his mom's house, who is keeping Charlie, to say goodbye to Charlie because he dropped him off over there last night. So he sent me some pictures and it was so cute. Mom, why are you laughing right now?
There's an Adult Swim for cartoons.
My brother and I told my mom what Adult Swim is on Cartoon Network, and she thinks that's the best idea ever.
That's amazing.
Are you crying? Idea. Well, it's just that they're not gonna play.
Mom, you're like 20 years too late.
You really are. Or they're not gonna show kids shows until like the wee hours.
When that came out.
Oh, so that'll make adults want to watch that network?
Well, yeah, because otherwise, if you play kids shows at 1 a.m., no kids are up, but adults are up.
That's so funny. They call it Adult Swim. Why do they call it that?
Okay, so we've been working on setting up our tables this morning. We have about 13 people coming. There's my sister's new puppy, Finley.
Thank you, Kelly.
My husband has decided to plop himself down and beg for water and chapstick, so we've got that going on. But we're setting up the chargers. We've been moving the furniture around to fit everything. And then we decided to make this the dessert table. And this is a tradition we've been doing since 2000. This is our favorite one on the table. This is for my sister when she was 6. I'm thankful for food and me. But we have these from every single year, so it's kind of a fun family tradition.
Did you get us?
This is my mom and my sister. Allie, my sister, is ironing right now.
Well, attempting to.
Yeah.
But I need help carrying this.
I'm trying to make water for your husband.
Yeah.
Because he's very thirsty and he's waiting for his drink.
Because you drank it all.
And he's also waiting for some chapstick, and you have not brought him any.
Get Finley.
Finley, come here, baby. Come on. Look at this piddles.
May I get you anything else?
Oh, okay. I'll let you have
So anyway,
that.
that's what we're doing, and we just, in the kitchen, okay. In the kitchen, we have been working on cooking. It's okay, people know that it's Thanksgiving. We just boiled our potatoes, so we're gonna mash those up. My mom would like to try making them with chocolate milk, so I don't think we're gonna do that. This is the
Don't you people think chocolate milk would be an interesting way to make mashed potatoes? I want to do one little batch with chocolate.
Oh my gosh. Somebody had him, I think he's bleeding like a lot.
Okay, so that was a little bit crazy because my brother actually slammed his finger in the car door and it's probably broken. So they're heading to the doctor's office right now to get x-rays, and hopefully they can figure out what's going on. In high school, the only time I ever broke anything was I broke 2 fingers on my right hand, my middle finger and my ring finger on my right hand, and it was the most pain I've ever been in, so I totally understand. So anyway, I'm working on the mashed potatoes while they're at the doctor's office, and we've been working on the table, so we're hoping he's okay, and then, so yeah, that's what's going on. So it's a little after midnight now on the Wednesday before Thanksgiving, and we just got back. We went out to dinner. We went to the Cheesecake Factory with my friend Olivia and her husband Alex. We had a really good time, and then afterwards we went to their house and hung out with them and their dogs and everything. It was so much fun, and we just laughed and ate really good food, and it was awesome. So the rest of the day wrapped up really well. My brother's finger was not broken, fortunately, but he's in like tons and tons of pain. So like I said, I broke my 2 fingers when I was in high school, so I know how he feels. It stinks. So we're hoping and praying that he feels better as soon as possible, because it really, I would show you it, but I think it would turn a lot of people's stomachs. It's really not, doesn't really look that good. So anyway, we're going to get to bed soon, because tomorrow morning, obviously, we're going to get up and help cook and everything. And then we have dinner tomorrow at 5. So that's what's going on the day before Thanksgiving. Good morning, happy Thanksgiving. Riley and I are driving around town because we have time. And I'm at my old high school, and it is so funny to be here because it's full of memories. Not all the best memories. But this is such an interesting high school. It's huge. It's about 2,000 students, and there's this old building. This is where my mom went to high school too. And then in the back, there's a new building that's really nice. So you would always hope that your classes would be in the new building. And right in front of me, this thing right here is the old cafeteria, but then there was also a new cafeteria. So it's just this huge public school. That's it. Delaney High School. We just went and got Dunkin' Donuts. We don't have those near us. I got a chocolate frosted donut with sprinkles and a small hot coffee with cream and sugar, and it's gonna be delicious. It's just about 4 o'clock now on Thanksgiving afternoon, evening, and everything's going well. The turkey just got out of the oven. The house smells so delicious, and my sister just ran over to see her boyfriend's family and say hey to them. Then she's coming over, and we do Thanksgiving with my dad's side of the family. So his one sister and her family, that's my Aunt Sharon, who I was just with, so her 2 daughters and her husband, and then my dad's parents, Mimi and Poppy. So it's not huge, but it's really, really fun. So we're really looking forward to that tonight, and it's been a beautiful day. We've had fun just getting ready and everything. The only downside, and it's kind of a huge downside, is that my maternal grandmother, my mom, who I was saying was having some hip problems, did end up going and getting admitted into the hospital today, actually, because of her hip problems and not being able to get up and all of this. She is in an old people's home, for lack of a better term. It's not a nursing home or like assisted living, but it's, a home for people who are elderly. And so she has food available to her, she has help available to her, but she's very stubborn, and so she hasn't really been taking advantage. So she's dehydrated and hasn't eaten and all of these things. And so she's in the hospital right now, which is a sad place to be on Thanksgiving, but honestly, given the situation, it is the best place for her, because she was really just getting sicker and sicker. Staying at home and refusing to get help. So we're hoping and praying for her that she'll feel better soon, and that we can do kind of a delayed Thanksgiving celebration, or even if I'm not here anymore with Riley, the family in town can do kind of a delayed Thanksgiving celebration with her, just so, she still has a moment. But it's hard, it's weird, grandparents getting older, and I'm used to her just jumping up and being around, and that's just it's not the case anymore with everything that's going on. So we're sad about that, and we're praying for her, but the rest of the day is going well, and so we are definitely really excited to eat some Thanksgiving dinner. I'm really hungry, so I'm really looking forward to it. Just arrived at the beach.
Down the ocean.
Down the ocean. Here it is. We're on the beach. My sister's puppy while he was playing in the water. There's a lot of puppies around here. Look, there's one right here. It's so fun. I love being at the beach at any month of the year, any temperature. And she's 13
18 weeks. She's soft. She looks so soft.
Yeah, she's very soft.
Look at her.
This place is called Candy Kitchen. And we went here every single year when we were kids. And it's delicious. We just got some candy. Check it out. Good morning. It's the Saturday after Thanksgiving and I'm at the beach. Yay, I love the beach. All I have ever wanted to do is move to the beach, and I still talk Riley's ear off about it almost every day. But anyway, we grew up going to the beach in Ocean City, Maryland, if you're familiar with the area. But we are currently in Bethany Beach because this is where my parents' couple friends have a beach house, and they're not using it for the weekend. They're letting us use it, which is really nice. It's really a beautiful house. So we're here. It's obviously chilly. It's late November. But I just want to live at the beach. I love it so much. I love being here. I feel like I can breathe when I am just near the water, and I just love it so much. So I'm really looking forward to it. So we're going to go into Ocean City today, which is where, like I said, we grew up going to the beach as kids, and my parents both grew up going to the beach as kids. So we all have a lot of memories there, and Riley's never been. So I'm excited to show him around and show him, all the different places of my childhood. It's really fun. So anyway, I'm going to get ready because obviously I just woke up and I'm not ready, but I'm going to get ready, and then that's what we're going to do today. Okay, it's a little bit later now on Saturday. I got dressed and made our bed and whatnot, and we're gonna head out. I gotta go eat something, and then we're gonna head out in a few minutes. But I just feel like I just want to take a moment to acknowledge the fact that it's really hard to have a whole house usually Riley and I are used to having a whole house to ourselves with our dog, and I'm a homebody. I like to travel, but I really like to be able to go back home at night and have my space and recharge and rest in that way. And I'm the oldest, so both of my siblings, my sister has lived at home throughout college, and my brother is in college away, but obviously he's home for the holidays, and so neither of them have houses or apartments or anything like that. And so when it's the holidays, we're all back in our childhood home, and we're all sharing a bathroom. So here at the beach, everyone brought a friend, or I brought my husband or whatever, so 6 of us are sharing a bathroom, and at home 4 of us are sharing a bathroom. And it's hard. I need a place I feel like I can withdraw, and that doesn't really happen on these kinds of trips. It's just not mentally for me to be able to really check out. It's hard to do, and that can be really hard. And so I often hear people talk about how it must be so much easier for me because when I go home for the holidays, it's just a short period of time, or whatever. Let me just tell you, if you live really far from home, I seriously think it is so much harder, because when you go home to your childhood home, your nuclear family, whatever, you can't withdraw to your own house and your own space with your own dog or whatever. There's no withdrawing. It's a lot. You have to be with the family in that environment the entire time. It's makes me feel a lot like going back to high school, because my siblings, I'm the oldest, they're so much younger than me. So as much as I love them and I love getting to see them and I love getting to see my friends and extended family in town as well, I just want to acknowledge the fact that it's not all cupcakes and sunshine and rainbows going home. It can be really tough. And for me, emotionally and mentally exhausting, to be honest with you. I love these people so very much, but the 24/7 nature of these kinds of trips, pretty much regardless of who the company, who I was with, would be a lot. And it's a lot. If you're in a similar situation where you live far from your family, I know that you get it. It's not that I don't love spending time with them. It's not that I don't love going home and seeing them. It's just that it's hard when you live on your own, you're married, you have your own rhythms, your own schedule, your own routines, your own space, and it's not the easiest to kind of get sucked back into that kind of high school mold. So anyway, we're enjoying our time. I'm having a good time. I'm not, I'm gonna be ready to go home, I think, by Monday and see my dog and be in our own house. But it's hard. I wish we could we had the kind of money to have an apartment or a condo in Baltimore, so that we would have our own space to stay when we came home, but obviously that's not a possibility right now. So for now, it's just enjoying what I can enjoy and retreating when I need to as much as I can given the situation. So if you're in a similar place where your family lives far from home and going home can sometimes be a little bit difficult, I totally get it.
It's bro.
Racks on racks on racks. Stacks on stacks on stacks on stacks on stacks. Oh.
Take two.
Okay, we're walking down the boardwalk in Ocean City, Maryland. This is where my parents met.
Yeah.
When they were teenagers. They were only 16 when they met. It's so cute. And then I came here every year as a kid. And it's so much fun. And there's all kinds of places that are bringing back memories. This is Riley's first time. What do you think?
It's great. I love it.
It's so cute and charming. I'll show you a little bit more of it, but it's really sunny. It's pretty chilly out here, but it's not that bad.
No, and the sun is great.
Yeah, it's fun to be out here. It's very nostalgic for me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Here's the boardwalk. Here's my husband. A lot of things are closed right now, but it's still quite charming. And there's the beach right there.
Or just like fried this, you know, like breadcrumbs on.
Georgia Tech beat Georgia. Wow. Is that real?
Is that Laura Ingalls?
Mint chocolate chip with hot fudge.
Wow, this is really good.
Documenting
I'm sorry the lighting isn't good. It's late. Well, it's actually not that late. It's only about 6 o'clock, but you know, the sun's setting early now. But we just got back. We went to the boardwalk for quite a few hours, which was really nice. And then we went out to lunch or I guess like a late lunch, early dinner kind of situation to this place called Dumpsters, which is like a kind of like a diner ice cream shop. It was really good. But being outside, you know, in the open air with lots of space and walking around, even though there was like a chill in the air, it was like kind of like a nice antidote to everything I was talking about this morning of just it being a little bit claustrophobic and just or just kind of craving that space mentally and physically. That doesn't always happen when you're all in one place. Anyway, so it was really, really nice. I don't know what we're doing really tonight. I don't think we're having like a formal dinner because we're all really full. But we're going to hang out for a while and then we leave to go back to Baltimore tomorrow, which is only about 3 hours away. And then tomorrow will be Sunday, of course. And then on Monday, Riley and I fly home in the afternoon or early evening. But something that's fun is that tonight is the night where we make some of our Disney reservations for our trip next year. So we are really looking forward to logging on tonight and getting that done because we are so, so excited to head to Disney in just a couple months. So that's what's going on. It's a little after 11 o'clock on Sunday night, and it's my last night here in Maryland. We are flying out tomorrow evening. We don't fly out until around 7 o'clock p.m. Eastern time, though, which will get us back home a little before 11. So anyway, we drove home from this morning. We woke up, cleaned the beach house that we were staying in, and then we went and got breakfast, and then we headed back home, which is about a 3-hour drive. So it's really weird because I don't know the next time we're going to be back out here. It is quite a big trip. You know, we're about 2 hours from the airport on our end, and then about 30 minutes plus, depending on traffic, from the airport on this end, and then the flight's about 3 hours, and then you have to get to the airport a couple hours early. So it's like an all-day event just to get here. And so it's not really a weekend trip for us. So anyway, I don't know. The bottom line is I don't know the next time we'll be out here. We'll be out here for Christmas next year, but that's in over a year, so I don't know if we'll be out here before then or not. But like, I'm just tired of unpacking and repacking, living out of a suitcase because my sweet friend Olivia picked me up from the airport and I stayed with her for a night. And then we came here and stayed here for a few nights. And then we packed everything up and went to the beach for a couple nights. And then we came back here and we're unpacking here for a night. And it's a lot. being, unpacking and repacking 4 times in a week is like, it's been kind of, I'm kind of tired. I'm tired. I'm just ready to kind of be in my own space. So I think a lot of people can relate to that feeling of just needing your own space. So anyway, I would love to hear, like, if you have a similar situation where you live far from home, and especially if you're married and you're going back home, and some of these things that used, when you were single or when you were younger, it was like no big deal, are starting to be like, okay, this isn't really working for me. It's kind of making the trip more difficult or less enjoyable or whatever. How have you like overcome that? Did you rent a car? Did you start staying, in a hotel? Did you start going for shorter or doing something different? Like, I just would love to know. Maybe this isn't a common experience. I don't know. I mean, I can only speak to what I've experienced. But if you've had a similar situation where maybe you're the oldest and going back home is like going back in time, like it's been for me, and kind of trying to figure out how to deal with that in a positive, healthy, gracious way, while also kind of keeping boundaries around your marriage and the privacy that you require, and just the space that you require. And especially, like, for me being quite introverted and just really needing quite a bit of time alone each day to recharge, it's like it's just, this trip has been a really good trip for just normal fun reasons, seeing my family, going to the beach, making memories, lots of laughter, all that kind of thing. But it's also been a really good trip for me of realizing that I kind of have hit that threshold where some changes need to kind of be made for the next trip. I don't know. Maybe I'm the only one that feels this way. But this is how I feel. So I'm just trying to kind of figure it out. Riley and I've been talking about it, figuring out ways for the next trip, just kind of build in that independence, I guess. I don't really know the best way to say it, but I think you probably know what I mean. Anyway, so it's Sunday night, and that's that. So I don't know what we're going to do tomorrow. Riley has a few ideas of things he wants to do. I really would like to just get packed up early and have that all set so that we can just enjoy the day. We don't have to worry about going to the airport until it's about 5 o'clock. About 4:30 we probably need to head out to the airport. So we'll still have most of the day tomorrow, which will be cool. Maybe we'll go see some of my family members. I don't know what we're doing. So that's that. It's Sunday night, and we're leaving tomorrow, which is like crazy. I can't believe it. This trip has gone by really, really fast, as they always do. But I am looking forward to being in my own bed, in my own house, and I'm really looking forward to seeing my Charlie. I just miss him so much.
So this is the guest room now. This is where Riley and I stay when we come. And it's hard to show and film. It is so small. It's only 9 feet wide. Very, very small, but cute and really nicely decorated. But this was my nursery when I was a baby. This little room was. And then it was my room in college. When I went off to college, I swapped rooms with my brother because I felt bad for him for having the smallest room when I was gone most of the time. So we swapped.
All right, it's Tuesday in the middle of the day. It's about noon now, and we flew in last night. We got in around probably 1 a.m. or so. Exhausting. So our flight just had like a stopover in Birmingham, Alabama, and so we didn't have to like disembark from the plane. We just stopped. Some people got off, some people got back on. You know what I mean? Well, there were like such severe thunderstorms and whatnot that we almost couldn't even land in Alabama. We almost had to land in Atlanta, Georgia. And it was just like a hot mess situation, and the flights were delayed. And then I've flown, multiple times in my life, and this is by far the worst turbulence. It was awful. It was the kind where your stomach drops over and over because the plane just keeps kind of dropping. So anyway, by the time we got home last night, I was like donezo, like emotionally exhausted, mentally exhausted, physically exhausted, just done. So I got a pretty good night's sleep last night as far as I could, and then I got up this morning. I had a chiropractor appointment. I stopped by and picked up Charlie Bear. Charlie! There's my littles. Are you happy to be home? I picked him up from my mother-in-law's house, and I stopped by her office and dropped her off a gift and a thank you note, and to tell her thank you for watching him. So anyway, this is what's going on, just unpacking, getting everything back together. I have the laundry machine going. I'm working in our bedroom, getting things unpacked. So that's the end of this trip. That's going to be the end of this vlog. I did actually end up filming a childhood home house tour. It was about 10 minutes long, and I'm assuming that because this vlog covers about 10 days, a 10-minute vlog in addition to that would be a little much. So I'm going to do it on a separate, I'm going to do it separately. So keep an eye out for that if that's something that you're interested in. It's really not that exciting or special, but I don't know. It might be kind of fun to kind of see at least the style of the home, or like the layout of the home I grew up in. I don't know. I just like touring homes, so that's kind of my thought behind it. I don't think you particularly care where I grew up or whatever. But my mom has redecorated pretty much everything in the house since I moved out after high school. So it's not like it looks the way that it used to, but whatever. So that's coming sometime. So anyway, so thank you so much for following along with all of this. It's been fun to document my trip and seeing everyone and whatnot. And I don't know what I was going to say. I don't have anything I'm going to do. I'm going to go edit this vlog and put it up. That's what I'm going to do. Anyway, I'd love to hear your thoughts. If there's anything that you'd like to start seeing. Okay, bye. Okay, the mail lady left, so Charlie has calmed all the way down, and he's being a sweet baby now. But I just want to thank y'all for watching this vlog. If you have watched it to the end, you rock. Let me know what you think. Hope y'all are having a great week. Hope you had a wonderful Thanksgiving, and I hope you're looking forward to the holidays over the month of December. So thanks so much for watching. Bye!